Every game begins the same way.
My friend and press colleague, I am your Orioles Fan Central. And first things first, if you aren't already a member of this passionate Birdland community, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss any analysis, no insider news, and no exclusive info about the O's. This is where we deep dive into what's happening with our team. The 2025 season is over, and the disappointment is palpable, I know. But as I always say, the future belongs to those who prepare, and the time to start the rebuild is now. I've gotten information from inside sources, and the message echoing through the halls of Camden Yards and in front office discussions is clear. Let the reboot begin. The 2025 campaign, frankly, fell short of expectations, and now Mike Elias and the front office have the tough job of restructuring the roster for 2026. And the first step is defining who won't be part of this new era. Sources indicate to me that after the appointment of a new general manager, who will work under Elias, and the selection of the next coach, the focus will turn entirely to roster construction. And, for me, 5 names stand out as almost definitely out. It's not a matter of drama. It's a matter of strategy and necessity to fill critical gaps, especially in pitching. This is the most shocking move. And I have to be honest with you, Birdland. The news is not good for Rutschman fans. The front office has already signaled that the top priority is addressing the urgent needs for starting rotation and bullpen. Given the Orioles' history of financial caution, using free agency to sign an ace pitcher is unlikely. The insight here, my friends, is that after extending Samuel Basallo's contract for 8 years, a move that solidifies the future of the catcher position, the seriously considered plan is to trade Rutschman. Yes, it's painful, but trading a player of Rutschman's caliber would be the most direct way to acquire a top-tier starting pitcher who would make an immediate difference in the rotation. His trade value is sky-high, and Elias needs to use him as a bargaining chip to solve the pitching problem plaguing us. The analysis is, he is our best trade asset to acquire an ace. With the goal of having a completely revamped rotation in 2026, Zach Eflin is almost certainly out. His 2025 season was a disaster, a 5.93 ERA over 14 starts, compounded by a back injury that kept him out for most of the year. Eflin will be a free agent this offseason, and parting ways is the most logical path. The Orioles simply cannot afford to invest time or a contract in this performance. Although Sugano recently expressed a desire to return in 2026, his struggles were, unfortunately, part of our pitching staff's problem. Unless he's willing to return to the Orioles at a significant discount, the Orioles will be looking for more impactful additions with a more reliable recent track record. Elias needs certainty, and Sugano's performance doesn't offer it. The knee injury that ended Gary Sanchez's 2025 season in July essentially sealed his fate. With Basallo stepping into the primary catcher role next year and Rutschman's potential departure, the team will look for a cheaper and more defense-focused backup alternative for the position. There is no roster space for a contract like Sanchez's. Jorge Mateo was once a valuable name, a crucial utility player for our bench. However, his 2025 season was marred by injuries and offensive ineffectiveness that does not fit the rebuilding plan. With a $5.5 million team option, it is almost certain that Baltimore will not pick up this option. The value does not correspond to the recent performance, and the front office will look for a more versatile utility player with better hitting performance for the new era. The analysis is purely financial and based on marginal productivity. Mateo's window has closed. What these moves tell us, my Birdland friends, is that Mike Elias is signaling an aggressive realignment. The potential trade of Adley Rutschman is not a sign of surrender, but rather a cold, calculated move to acquire the ace we know we can't get in the free agency market with our current spending policy. Think with me. If you can trade an elite catcher for a Cy Young-level starting pitcher, or a package of young pitching talent that solves the problem for years, you have to consider it. It's a sacrifice, yes, but a necessary one to truly compete against teams like the Astros. The focus on the starting rotation is the acknowledgement that Without elite pitching, the championship window doesn't open. The other departures, Eflin, Sugano, Sanchez, and the non-option of Mateo, are surgical decisions based on productivity and cost-effectiveness. The Orioles cannot afford to have a 5.93 ERA, Eflin, or pay $5.5 million Mateo for a player who isn't delivering. The team's expected wins, XWL in 2025, based on the run differential and the ineffectiveness of the pitching, shows that the disappointment was not an accident, but a reflection of the roster quality, especially after injuries. Elias is freeing up capital and roster spots to pursue more impactful and reliable players. This is a full-scale spring cleaning. What does all this mean for you, the fans? It means we are entering a high-risk, high-reward offseason. The potential Rutschman trade is the critical point. It's an era-defining move. You need to have the courage of a surgeon to do this. Elias has shown he is willing to do whatever it takes to put us back in contention for the division title and beyond. This is not the time to hesitate. And now, I want to know your opinion. Do you agree with the logic of trading Adley Rutschman for an ace pitcher? Do you think the non-option of Jorge Mateo is the right decision for the bench composition? Let your voice be heard in the comments below. Birdland needs a serious debate right now. Don't settle for second-hand information. For the quickest updates, the deepest analysis, and exclusive insights directly from the O's front office, you need to be subscribed to this channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and join the conversation. The rebuild is underway, and I'll be here with you every step of the way. Let's go, O's!